What's up? And we are back here on the second series ng ating semifinals for University Alliance Cup Season 3. Kami ang yung shoutcasters. I am Ray, and of course, join me here is Eugene. And guys, um, kanina, quick summary lang sa mga kaka-tune in. FIT won 2-1 against MGS clubs. And right now, we're gonna be seeing Holy Angel University Valiant Esports versus De La Salle University Virides Arcos. At sinasabi ko sa inyo, there are some quite fun facts about it. HAU, they are still undefeated right now. So, wala pa silang talo. While ang DLSU naman, wala silang talo on the overall title. Right? Since season 1, they've been winning. And they are really a hard team to defeat. Although may mga series na nanalo pa rin naman against them. But right now, I really do think that the DLSU has been consistent. But HAU, no doubt, this team has been so great. I mean, season 2, nakita ko na tong team na to. Sabi ko, itong HAU, napakalaki ng potential nito eh. Sadyang may mga teams lang din talaga na napakahirap kalabanin last season. Pero along the way, right after seeing their first match in the season 3, sabi ko, I think itong HAU talaga yung kailangan abangan ng lahat ng teams. And ito na nga eh, the Kings of versus the undefeated. Right now, the current Kings, we have DLSU. But we already have a big contender. And this is interesting dahil kitang-kita mo pa lang sa mapa, both of these teams are pretty good at it.
I mean, I've seen Viridius Arcos dominate on Vine countless times. Sure ako confident yan sa bind nila. And it's up to HAU to see, how they're gonna deal with this bind ng Viridius Arcos, no? Kasi it's one of the strongest maps, arguably one of their strongest maps. And make sure and remember the fact that they are, they're still technically the best team right now in this tournament. In this series, they are the heavy favorites pa rin. Kita mo naman sa caster predictions, all undefeated nga ang HAU, pero everyone is trained. They're like, doon tayo
Everyone!
sa Lasal. Sorry 5-0 kayo, pero Lasal. Diba? Iba kasi naman kasi ang ang playoff Javi 8K. Iba eh. He's on a different time. Hindi siya choker. He's the one that steps up for his team. And, when all odds are stacked against him, pinipersonal niya. Pero, para sa HAU, pinipersonal din ng HAU yun. At no one. Kaya medyo masakit undefeated season, tapos walang defeats. Yung pinaghirapan niya yun.
Magpo-post ng meme yan si HAU. Sabihin nila, kapag panalo nila to, na yung mga casters di tayo predict. Laking sampal sa mga casters. Pero, kasi siguro, yung Viridis kasi kapag ganito, bigla mo na sila may kita na nagpa-pop off ng sobra. Plus, they've been the undefeated overall champs since season 1. So, you kind of get why the casters pick Viridis Arcos. Plus, we have V8K, of course, but no cup. I'm really looking forward to Blast together with Prophecy. Pero as we're gonna be starting right now, Grossoff and V8K, yan. Jet X-Rays. Drays na nga ang ating... I should stop coming up with the names in stream. It's really weird. But what's weird right now? Pero ang Happy... That's weird! Get ahead! Will he be able to be traded out now? Prophecy gets a good frag. Tatlo na lang kagad na natin here sa side ng Viridis Arcos. What was that shot with the one-tap coming from that ghost? Hindi na nakapag-entry kagad ng B-set ang dalawang hawak kamay kagad ng VA. Oh, Grossoff! Okay, gets ahead of Kael. This might be a good round for Valiant Esports, definitely. Kasi on a tight spot na ang VA.
Oo, they are still luging-lugi sila pero not that big of a
Last
lead.
player
Kaya
standing.
na nga, good crossfire no between how si kay Prophecy na maka-refrag pa nga kay Yao. The timing kay Willie, hindi niya ini-expect. Oh no, knife out. Bulaga from Otto, and that's gonna be a very, very good round. Them, ang ganda nung ginawa nila doon, Riri. Credit, give credit where credit is due dahil ang ganda nung behold nila. They denied that B side and just by out aiming their opponent. So good look right now for how.
You know what? I'm seeing how having scrimmages with some pro teams, like one time Super MJ actually have his live na nakikipag-scrim sa Kadaliman against HAU, and that tells us that maganda talaga yung naibabago ng Valiant Esports para sa kanila, kasi the scrims itself will be giving you a good ano talaga a good strat, and kitang-kita mo naman how they really step up sa ating UAC. Pero Viridis Arcos, they might be a team na naman who's usually starts slow, denied kasi si Yavi kanina na one tap nga sa ulo. But if he makes those shots hit na naman, ayan yung mga kailangan natin abangan. Dahil wala nang nag-green this time around sa Bide, which is I'm kind of expecting Javi will be picking it. But with the Rays, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty confident that he can make it. But the Prophecy with that Jet sa Valiant Esports, and then yung kabang-abang coming right up from them. But how will be setting up already, taking out that recon bot. Pero Blast will be getting the head of Grosov. Dahil sumakto kagad yung paint shells. That was very important. And we only have 3 guys left for the side of VA. Sino kayo magkahikita-kita? Nakipag-beat up si Otto ngayon
Last
against
player
Javi.
standing.
And isa na
30
lang kagad
seconds
ang
left.
natitira, and that's going to be Willie. Katakbo to vice presidente, balita ko. Pero Prophecy will be denying.
iba ibang hili ata ang
Ay, iba ba? Sorry.
bata. Okay lang, okay lang. Ano na yun. Actually, pwede rin naman. Posible na. Why not? Pero, oh my, really, out of the gates, medyo mainit ang how, ah.
Oo.
Di feeling confident, ah. Okay. I kind of see why. Again, they have a chip on their shoulder nga naman. 0 to 10 odds, and mukhang tayo pag bastang caster majority. Uh,
Mababash tayo nito. Baka
uh,
ma-trash talk din tayo sa
uh,
comment section. Pero guys, huwag kayong magiging toxic. Kung ayaw yung masama sa hukay, meron na kanina, inaya na ng 1v1.
Nakayari tayo dun.
Di kami ako di ako nag-aya ng 1v1, huwag kayong mag-alala. Baka matalo talaga ako, hindi. Pero kidding aside, um, Viridis is just struggling with the entries talaga, kasi ang ganda mag-deny ng HAU so far. Kita mo, di ba? They know that there's gonna be 2 coming right up sa bats, kasi that's has been the strat of Viridis Arcos all over again here in Bind.
Mhm.
But then, Valiant, they're just preventing them from being so aggressive. Kasi kapag nakaging aggressive na naman si Javi, tapos hindi niya naman nila nabantayan ito, sobrang mahihirapan sila. Pero may nag-aabang sa kanila, may mga stars din na set up coming right up from their Astra, and looks like the whole control of the map is on the side of Valiant Esports.
Pretty much. Here we go. The strat. Mukhang si Kyle
30
ipit
seconds left.
fortunate for him at natamaan ng paint shells. And now the full rotate towards B. A servos very good spot. Nako, hindi chinik ang elbow, but Grosov saving grace for his teammate there.
Spike
And
planted.
now, spikes planted, 5v3 retake. Lugi pa sa baril. Nako, si Groovy nahanap pa nga. Dash play, tago muna. Grosov does take care of Prophecy sa showers, and now they're stuck here. They need to at least
Last
get
player
some
standing.
kills. Ayan, yan ang kill. Kung makaisa lang, makadalawa, okay na, good eco damage na yun. Pero Groovy, he's gonna play for exit frags dito, no, Riri?
Most likely. Pero ang tanong, are there gonna be the guys of VA entering inside? Pero Yao will just be denying Groovy from getting those exit frags. And VA will be winning the full buy round. Pero alam mo kanina, di ba, na-trade nga ni Grosso. Ay, hindi. Actually, si Servus munti ka na ma-pick off. Pero alam mo kung anong sinabi ni Grossoff doon?
Mm.
Got you, bro.
Ah, I got you, bro. Hey,
Dude,
one
para
hole.
siyang, bro.
When you haul, no worry, bro. I got you. Good shot. Pero, kidding aside, good crossfire nga naman, good teamwork. And mukhang may pause lang. Tingnan natin how quick tech pause lang. Pero, balik tayo Riri sa
Sino
how
to?
how we're still SU.
Batiin mo
Ah,
na natin happy birthday, JM, sabi dito.
sino
Happy
ka? May
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday sa'yo, JM. Pero balik
JM,
na lang. Ayan
DLSU
natin.
fan ka ba? Tingnan
Ah,
natin kung
ayan,
may
Chris
pang-birthday.
daw.
Ah,
Chris. Shout out kay Chris, kay LUCC. Ano kaya ang lock? Loose? Ano ba? Boss M? Sige, sino-shoutout namin
di
yung
ba? Ang dami na.
pa-shoutout. Ang daming pa-shoutout. Oy, ano yung screenshot na yun? Ano yun? Kay Carl, hello, Mikey. Hello, love. Mikey, kay Carl, okay?
Oo.
God, Heart, Faith. Okay. And, well, he actually prepared for this. Kyla with a big heart. Ayan. And Kyla, yun ata yung kanyang girlfriend. Okay, ayan.
Okay.
Oy, kita yung chatbox mo! Hindi yan yung girlfriend.
Oh,
Just kidding. Oh,
okay.
joke lang.
Shoutout daw, natatawa nga
Shoutout.
ako eh. Natawa ako kay, shoutout daw kay Chris. Feel ko kilala ko yung Chris na yan. Kasi, at nakakalaro ko yung Chris na tinutukoy ni Willie, no? Shoutout pala din.
Willie
Ano ba?
for Vice President. Kung si Willie na yun ang tatakbo na team ng VA, boboto ko yan. Pero going back already, meron pa rin tayong series of some pauses. I hope you guys are very patient with it and I will be saying thank you agad. But then, HAU earlier, we're kind of thinking that when you have that Astra talaga, you have that complete control all over the map. And we're already
Mhm.
seeing na nagsastruggle yung Viridis Arcus kasi you have that you have that smoke coming right through. And then once you have that Astra plus that Killjoy, kitang-kita mo na kagad yung magiging anchors as we have that good setups coming from the stars. Plus, Killjoy and her robotics. But if Viridis Arcos will just get some good spicy things up when it comes to Grossoff and Javi making those good entries, definitely Viridis Arcos will be popping off. But HAU kasi they're more of the team that dwells on the big coordination and
Mhm.
giving a good hold sa kanilang controllers, which is si Otto talaga. He's been doing well sa side ng HAU. Pero tignan natin of how things will be kicking kasi 2-1 pa lang naman. Wala pa naman tayo gallery na-expect coming in from this team. So,
Tama ka.
buti na lang nagpa-shoutout si Willie. Kaya meron kaming na-spill sa ating sa aming
Ating
break
quick pause.
portion. Pero,
Oo, quick pause
syempre,
muna.
gusto lang muna namin magpasalamat sa ating mga sponsors because the UAC wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors, Globe Telecom, ASUS Republic of Gamers, Logitech, Riot Games, and Twitch Students. So, thank you so much for staying with us.
And guys, kung kayo, make sure, AcadArena if you like the page, makikita nyo, dami lang nilalagay doon for all student gamers. So if you have kahit mga tropa nyo na nasa senior high school and college, they could apply for scholarship grants. So simply visit acadarena.com/scholarships and get a chance to be a #AcadArena scholar. Also, make sure to check out shout out to our partners at Logitech G. You're looking to recharge your gaming setup so you can #keep playing. Check out Logitech's amazing gaming at logitech.acadarena.com. Ako naka-Logitech right now. So
Huh.
I know quality. Quality.
Ay, quality. Ako,
Ang ganda.
quality. Quality. But kidding aside, um, you know what? This tournament also is presented to us by ASUS Republic of Gamers and powered by the reigning king of gaming laptops, the latest ROG Zephyrus S17, featuring a 11th Gen Intel Core i9 CPU cooled with liquid metal and GeForce RTX 3080 GPU to take your gaming experience to the next level and with the hashtag for those who dare. Available in your nearest ASUS and ROG accredited stores, so make sure to hop on rog.acadarena.com to check it out. And to those who are very interested that wants to bring esports to your school, well, AcadArena Alliance program is here for you. Alliance member clubs gets access to our exclusive tournaments, mentorship, event support, and of course, the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. Learn how to join the Alliance today at acadarena.com/alliance.
And we're back! No, quick tech pause lang. Kailangan everybody's feeling good. Kailangan everybody's having sa connection. Then, the players natin, ang pinoproblema na lang nila ngayon ay sa may puka. Yung problema nila.
Oh. Pero tignan natin if we be able to get those shots right now. Hit as of now, may nabawasan na isa coming in from Valorant Esports. Pero Virus Arcos, they're still making some decisions of how they will be committing kasi the Astra is still alive and kicking, the Killjoy is still alive and kicking, and once na sila na timing ng Astra na yan, it's gonna be harder for them to get things off. But Grosov, he takes that good frag once again. Will he be able to pick off at least one? Tignan natin dahil wala pa rin siya napipick off, but Prophecy extends himself here sa may hookah. Pero gusto siyang bawasan. Pero walang nakakuha. Instead, Prophecy gets ahead of Servus. Happy will be seeing him dashing out. And Prophecy gets a 2K kagad. At nasa kanya ngayon ang spike dahil gusto na lang natitira sa Virtus Arcos. Pero makuha na din kagad siya ni Grossoff. It's going to be a 3v3 situation right now. What?
Ang bilis na nakapasok ng site, but somehow, and just like that, ang this, I actually thought that was house round.
I really thought so too.
Ready sila, somehow they made it work.
I mean, ang ganda na ng hold ni Prophecy kagad with the spike. But then, medyo nag-whiff lang siya dun sa part na biglang nagulat siguro siya na meron pang isa na magpa-follow up with that kill. And then they just entered B-site without any hesitations at all. Because of that, we'll be tying the scores right now. 2-2 na nga ang ating scoreline. And a Servus together with the heads, but decided by Groovy to be taking out the raise of the team of VA. Mag-up left, medyo tama na. Up!
No,
And dalawa na agad.
Masakit yun, Masakit mo untog dun sa drone, and somehow, weirdohan talaga ako. Nagulat ako dun. First time ko makita yun, kaya sobrang gulat ko. Sorry, Ray. Nagulat ka rin.
Okay lang. Nagulat din ako eh.
Dahil lumantap siya. Uy, pero Blade Storm activated 46 HP. Isang left click lang sa ulo, bawal na right click, hindi na isulat ng right click. Servus finish things off. Quick 4K and may lockdown na rin siya ready for next round. Ray. Mukhang things are looking good for Virtus Arcos. Medyo nagising na siya.
At ayun, kita-kita naman natin that Virtus Arcos is already leading by 1. Ang ganda na sana ng take ng Valorant Esports when it comes to that. But then, biglang na-pick off yung tatlong naghihintay sa may site eh. Sa tingin ko sobrang wide open din nun dalawa coming from Valiant. Kaya sila na-pick off kagad. Ito na naman tayo sa walang taga-flash ang Valorant Esports, di ba? Kitang-kita nyo naman. Paranoia lang ang pinangawakan ng Virtus Arcos, but that's definitely a big game changer as to seeing the things right now. But then, They're just contesting here in the bats because they've been always contesting that on the side of VA. They've been doing that all over again. While for the side of Valorant Esports, they're just taking their time for these guys to come in at the site. They still have a lot of good holds na naman plus the stars from their Astra. So they don't have anything to worry about. Kita mo, gusto na lang ibigay. Yun na lang kinontest yung lamps. Unlike earlier, kinokontest nila, sila yung natatalo usually when it comes to contesting that. Versus kapag medyo they just play passively for the first few rounds and just wait for Viridius Arcos to come inside. Pero speaking of, they will be taking out that Cosmic Divide. But Yao answers them with a good Hunter's Fury. Pero nga lang the timing, Kael always gets that good timing. Gets the head right now of a Cerberus together with Grossoff. And looks like struggling na naman ang Viridius Arcos towards the side. But there are just some popping offs coming from the both of the teams. Pero naglabas kagad si Abby ng kanyang showstopper. Will he be able to pick up some people? Unfortunately, wala because Prophecy will be coming behind their backs. And we only have Yao left versus 3. But looks like the timing hits off and that's it. Valiant Esports still ties this. And it's going to be 3-3. This is just the first map yet sobrang intense na kagad sa first 6 rounds na nakikita natin.
Yun na nga eh. Ang intense na nang nangyayari sa kanila. Ang daming good setup no ng Valiant Esports. Nababasa nila yung Viridius Arcos. Hinahihirapan ang Viridius Arcos mag-entry and really yung util doon, ang dami mong poproblemahin. There's the Killjoy and Astra combo in B. It's so annoying to deal with talaga. And they don't have enough util to clear out backside. Lalo na may ibang times na wala si Javi, so there's no paint shells or they use the paint shells somewhere else. So really, they have to find a way to deal with B or change your pace up a bit. Kailangan nila maybe a little bit faster, try rushing a site instead of playing for picks. Kasi honestly, that round they were a little bit too slow, right? They were taking their time, playing for picks. Ayan, gets naman natin yon na we have to play safe, but at some point they knew that there was a Killjoy in B and yet pinilit nila. Unlike kung nandun sila sa B, ay nag-A sila, they could have had, less utility to worry about, right?
Plus, when they take so much time from entering, coming in from the hookah, sa tingin ko, it's always the key of Valiant Esports into um, having the favor onto them. Kasi ginagawa ng Viridius Arcos, hindi sila kagad nag-rush eh. They're just playing slowly sa may B window. But once we see that, it's gonna be so dreadful sa kanilang side. Pero mukhang may pa-shoutouts na naman right now. Ka-shoutout kay Lads. Okay, so we've been doing shoutouts. Okay, you need to give credits VA that we've been
Shout,
doing this.
kay Lance, ako. Shout out kay Lance nga pala, no? Ang ating
Anika? Galang Brothers? Okay.
Ang dami
He's
yata.
pretty prepared when it comes to this. Kapag parati ako nagkakas ng dalasal, prepare siya. Okay, TV din daw. Napapanood ba to? Okay, sana alam niya na talagang na shoutout namin yung mga nalalagay niya. Ayan. We already shout out them. So, yan. Thank you so much. Pero, going right now, napakainit ng laban between these teams, no? Sa tingin ko kasi, sila talaga yung ine-expect kong maglalaban for finals. But unfortunately nga, magka-same bracket kasi sila. Kaya, kitang-kita naman natin na, this looks like finals for me, but then hindi pa naman kasi talaga. But looking at that 3-3, so both of these teams are really familiar with how each other are executing, especially in a map like Bind, as what Viminal told us before, that it's a total polar shift when it comes to this map. Sometimes it goes into the hands of the defenders, sometimes it goes into the hand of the attacking side. So it's really a series of how you just really go with your post plans plus the duels that you have. It all depends also on the coordination, it's yun lang, palamangan lang doon when it comes to Bind talaga. Kasi napakaliit ng mga entrances mo dito. Pero maganda siya for the setups coming in from your controllers, The default plays are always working here. It all just on the amount of confidence as that you have when it comes to the execution itself talaga.
It boils down to winning. You get confidence from winning your aim duels din. Kana, you get a little bit confident, a little bit more adrenaline. Okay, nakaisa ako, I can get more, right? So, ano really, feel this is gonna be a close fight. Any predictions sa score? Ako feel ko
Ah.
14-12. Hindi ko na lang sasabihin sino mananalo. Basta
Ay
14
naku,
points.
ayoko ng OT. Puwedeng 13-11 na lang.
Sige, sige. Close fight, close fight. Gusto mo
13-11,
ng
13-11.
sige, sige. Para hindi ganun ka-stress for both us and the players. So,
At, sa tingin ko if, ang hirap kapag nag-predict tayo baka may magalit. Sa tingin ko may map 3. Wag niyo na sabihin yung kung ano yung prediction sa off-stream.
oh,
Pero may sinabi yung prod natin. Nanisi sa iba, hindi sa sarili. Pero, looking at that kasi, when it comes to Icebox, biglang may nakakabawing team eh. Pag yung Icebox nalagay nyo siya sa pangalawang map talaga, magiging 1-all yun, most likely. Pero if Haven ang pangtapos mo na mapa, this is really a 50-50 map kasi Valorant Esports is also good in Haven. Sa bind talaga magkakaroon ng malaking changes although magiging dikit yung laban. Ito talaga yung magiging determining factor for both of the teams.
actually, that's true. And, pero, really, nakakatakot din kasi ang Viridius Arcos sa Haven because they have shown consistency in that map. Like, time and time again, kahit sinong kalaban pag dinadala ang Viridius. So, really, it's not something that you can, it's something that you should be scared of when it comes to Viridius Arcos playing. Pero, alam mo, pansin mo sa Viridius, gusto itong B no?
Gusto ng letter B parati. And it's really hard for the side of Viridius Arcos to make some good entries sa B side. You don't need to contest this time around because you can't seem to set up at all. Nahihirapan talaga sila. Ang laking palo nung meron si Blast against them. And now we only have 2 left. That's going to be out together with Havi. Earlier, that showstopper definitely became a showstopper. Pinatigil sila from being aggressive coming in from B-long. Then, they still want to contest B. I kinda understand why, but kasi when it comes to A, it's really harder rather than B kasi you can just do default plays. But right now, Yao did a good job into getting the head of Blast and Javi with the pain shells going up against Kael. Pero nga lang, na-pick up ni Otto right now si Yao and is it going to be a good clutch coming in from Javi? And it's going to be a 1v1. Alam niya na kagad sa magagalit yung Prophecy. He has a lot of time, pero the shock dart will be preventing him from planting. But then, this is gonna be a 1v1. He already knows. It's kind of doing those sneaky plays coming right up from Javi. Will he be able to take this clutch once again? Or will Groovy be getting the head of Javi? They're just definitely taking his time. Okay, he plants the spike right now. But who gets who? Oh! He did it! He did twice the happy magic that we're all looking forward to. And Viridius Arcos will now be leading by just 1 round against Valiant Esports.
Ayan na. This is Javi activated. Ito na naman tayo. What a play from him, no? Previous round. Oh my goodness. Kung nakita nyo lang yung ginawa niya as ewan ko kung intentional yung satchel niya to force the Astra into the tube tapos sa kanya winol ba. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but you gotta, that was pretty skilled. Javi, he is on fire. Tumatalon-talon si Kael. Hindi niya pinapayagan. Binaril-baril pa nga. Patay na Javi. Easy ka lang. Patay na. Matt is already dead. He gets 3 gross of Javi activated na nga. Otto, Javi, another 4K. 2 consecutive 4Ks for Javi. and it's just too easy for him.
Nag-recon lang! Pumapalo na agad! But then, sa tingin ko, I kinda get it why they're taking so much time into committing sa B-site. Kasi, sa B-site, once you get a good hold na kagad sa post plant mo, sobrang hirap na mag-retake compared sa A-site talaga. Plus, Javi can just take out his paint shells up on the corner of the B-site or at the holes. And they can just wait for the omen to smoke and then have that paranoia coming in from the tube. So it's really a good idea for them to commit that. But unless right now, Grossoff will be taken on by Blast. Once again, he takes out that boombot just to get some good information. Pero sa TP pumasok. Pero baka sa TP niya talaga nilagay. But at
Oo,
least he gets the head of Javi right now. And this is gonna be important, di ba?
Mhm. This is quite, medyo mahirap tong situation nila. No? Tatlo na lang sila, 5 pa ang HAU, and in terms of util, kompleto pa yung Astra, ang dami pa niyang bao. Kaya, this is gonna be a hard but not impossible take. May recon dart si Yao para malaman kung may nasa backside. They are hiding, using that shock dart to clear backside, and they're using the smoke as well to hide from that recon dart. Ako, last, he's gonna find 2 members pero wala man lang nakuha. Groovy is hiding inside the smoke and they should have an idea where he is. They get Willie actually with that shot. And now he cancel niya parang hindi siya ma-push pero a servos smart time to push auto and how. Oh no. Yao. Si Mikael. One tap by Kael. And still lamang pa rin ang Veritas Arcos. Still though, very good stop from them. Wala masyadong momentum. Momentum stopped for them.
Medyo denied talaga sila kagad dun dahil unang moments pa lang ng round na yon na-pick off kagad si Grossoff eh. And usually, kapag si Grossoff talaga, we're waiting with the trade-offs then, hindi din siya na-trade-off kagad. And Blast, when it comes to him anchoring a site, is definitely hitting those shots. And it's very important to get at least 2 heads kagad sa may short because that will definitely put on a stop on the attacking side talaga and the execution that Virdis Arcos wants to show us. But up ahead and go that we have Virdis Arcos will just be taking their time. Valorant Esports, agad na talaga na setup nila. They just want to dominate all over the control on their defending side. And this is quite big because once that they will be setting up talaga, kitang-kita mo naman yung amount of information kasi na makikita nila. But as the 3 of them are just stacking in B side, they will be putting on a stop definitely on the side of Javi. But he has that showstopper also that he can use just to take out at least 2 heads of Valiant Esports that will definitely get a good hold right now. But speaking of, he takes out the head of Kael because he always gets that hold sa may behind the tube. And this is gonna be big for Viridis Arcos once again to get a good entry towards B side. But let's wait and see how Valiant Esports will be responding to this.
Yeah, they need to be careful dito. Mukhang yun na nga,
30 seconds left.
knocks at B side pero no one's home. Wala siyang tamaan. Still though, that's the B side open for them. Just a distraction though. Good fake from them. Grossoff. Ang lalim dito sa smoke. Is he gonna find Blast? He finds Blast. Otto also shot him through the smoke so alam niyang may tao pa sa heaven. He does choose to drop down. Playing safe na lang. Hindi na nagpipilit. Prophecy. Hinahabol ni Willie. And now he's all alone with 2 members talking him down here. Willie just being patient there. 6-4. Magandang pick by Javi early on in the round, KKL, and that just completely ruined HAU's defense. Bigla silang nagkalat after that.
Medyo naging rattle yung defense nila. But I think you kind of get it why. Because una is undermanned na din kasi kagad sila. So that's really hard kapag nasa defending ka and may napipitas kagad sa inyo. And it makes it easier for Veritas Arcos to get a good prediction as to where they will be expecting. Because the place of Valiant Esports has always been a default. They already know where Kael is usually hiding. They already know where they will be expecting si Prophecy. And speaking of Javi right now, since they want to be aggressive into pinning him down, he takes out right now that pero nga lang, oh, Vlad! With that showstopper denying Javi this time around. Maganda na sana nilabas na patience ni Javi. Pero Blasa tells him, it's gonna be us dueling again with this race. Sino ba ang mas better race sa may mapang ito? And may kita na nga natin
Ray, Ray,
unti-unti kung sino nga bang pwede.
tignan mo tong dalawa sa A. Nang dadaga si Acervus at HAU. Oh no, Acervus! And he actually gets two crucial kills. Nako, si Grosov nahuli pa si Kael. Good positioning from them. That's two for Grosov. He already, tas hindi niya atang alam na nandun rin si Prophecy. Nako, nakita. Right click. Nope,
Mhm.
right click lang ang kailangan. But still though, 1v3, Willie is just one dagger away, pero nabulaga ni Willie, hindi niya expect. And nakita mo naman yung dalawa dun, Ray.
Last round in the half.
Habang nagka-cast kayo, biglang may dalawa lang nandun sa A. Lalakad-lakad lang. Kanya-kanyang trip lang.
They're holding the spike. That's a big risk. Kasi once
Mhm.
na they won't be able to clear, then predicted kung saan sila manggagaling. Most likely, yeah, that round is for Valiant Esports side. But unfortunately, they made it happen. As Servus, he doesn't disappoint talaga when it comes to his lurks. Pero kita mo naman, dalawa sila. So they were pretty much prepared for the trade. But Valiant Esports still, they can just go with a 5-7 para lang sobrang laki na maging advantage sila din sa attacking side kapag nanalo sila ng pistol round. But
Mhm.
VA right now, they're playing passively always kasi alam naman natin that this HAU, they know how to do their homework talaga. They know how to pick off the guys of VA. And then nakikita natin yan sa 4 rounds na ipapanalo nila na, okay, we just take out the duelist that VA has and it's going to be our time to take them out.
That's very true. Now, Otto, hindi niya ata alam na there are three members of Viridius Arcus just outside this showers. Si Prophecy, binantayan yung nag-lurk. He gets everybody there. Good crossfire, Prophecy, and Blast.
Switching
Yung
sides.
combo talaga ng dalawang to, very, very deadly. They're playing really well. That's to say, that's an understatement pa nga eh. How is all despite them being down, they're still playing pretty well.
Yeah, I am looking at how Valiant Esports did that. They already know that, hey, when it comes to A site, we can just do crossfires. We haven't done that earlier. And at least they did it on the last round. They just want to make the gap closer. And it's going to be a 7-5 in favor of VA. But then once that Valiant Esports will be winning that pistol round, most likely it's going to be a 7-7 scoreline that we have. But to those who are watching, sign up at AcadArena.com for more tournaments, promos, and scholarships. So make sure to just stay there and watch us because maybe your school will be the next showstoppers here in UAC Season 3. But right now, guys, of course, you should also hit the wall with AcadArena on TikTok because once you follow AcadArena, you're already part of our 1,000 followers and we'll be having some weekly giveaways in our account. So post or tweet with the hashtag AA TikTok giveaway and make your entry count. And malay nyo, biglang manalo kayo ng laptop, di ba? Pero kidding
Oh,
aside, malay nyo, manalo kayo ng giveaway sa AcadArena. So make sure to follow us on TikTok. And of course, to those right now na nanonood, don't forget that we have recently launched the newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. So if you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are on SHS and college, you could apply for our scholarship grants. So make sure to visit our website and maybe kayo na ang next na magiging scholar natin dito sa AcadArena, di ba? So that's pretty interesting because AcadArena is not just a home for the gamers, but they also give out opportunities to those who needs, syempre, scholarships. But right now, Otto, get that, Papi! Talagang they want to be aggressive here in Bilong, pero that will be denied by Valiant Esports themselves. And now it looks like they will be setting up kagad sa A set. All of them are just gonna be entering the site as they need to clear out.
Oh!
But, si Six
Oh,
Man,
no.
nakapag-kill na naman! Si Prophecy will be getting on with a service bot. Pero, 7-5 pa rin right now. A 4v4 situation. Kinda low for the side of the Soul Bomb DA, but yo! Get a good Shaku Dart too, as we only have 3 guys remaining for the side of HAU. At kita-kita mo, isa-isa lang may napipick up, but Blast makes the impossible possible, but really gets a good right click towards Groovy, pero dalawang kanyang nag-spray against him, and they will be going towards B side as they need to get that TP in. Ayaw mong mabawasan at all, lalo na't dalawa yung nakuha ang information ng Valiant Esports as to where VA is. But let's see, both are low sa side of Viridis Arcus. How will they make this possible on towards their favor?
Oh no. Willie, 20 HP. Pare-pareha silang isang headshot na lang, pero Willie, one bot shot and he's done. They need to play this perfectly. They are low. Magandang recon dart. Now they know that no one else is inside tube and backside. So magandang dart yan. Alam na nila kung asan. They just need to play it carefully. Naku, nahatak pa nga. Willie, good trade here. Pero hindi niya ata alam. Oh no, the timing of it all. The timing of it all. Otto tries to clutch it up with Willie. And that is it for the first round. Nako, Ray mo ang game na to because unless they can win this next eco round, magiging tayo yung team natin.
And because of that, easyhan nyo lang sa mga comments nyo ngayon. Adapt na galit, guys. Sunday na Sunday ngayon. Araw ni Lord. So, huwag kayong galit. Mas mainit pa yung laban sa comment section kaysa sa laban ng HAU versus Viridis Arcus. But okay, they got that boom bot. But then, earlier on, kita mo naman yung advantages ng gun power ngayon ng Valiant Esports because they won yung pistol round. They will be forcing out of themselves and nakapag-set up na kagad sila sa A-side.
Pretty much. So,
Groovy the get of Servus. Willie right now has been picked off by Otto, and they're just dominating all over A-side without one of them getting picked off by Viridis Arcus.
oh no, eco damage no for them. So ngayon, ay alam mo yun, yung mag-aasim. Maybe somebody pushes, maybe somebody doesn't. Tingnan natin. Ako, si Grosov my 40. Tingnan natin kung masusulit niya yung 150 niya, Ray. Kaya naman siguro.
Mm-hmm.
So far, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Player
Ayun,
standing.
Na lang sila palayo. They knew where he was and now Ray, tie game tayo. I mean, nothing much to say on that round. Expected naman na matatalo ang DLSU doon. Dahil nga, naka-pistols lang sila kalaban SMG. It's not that, it's pretty straightforward when that happens. But now, ito na Ray. Dito na may chance ang Viridis Arcus na itigilan yung momentum. At the same time, build a little bit of momentum for their own. It is a tie game. Whoever wins this round, regardless kung VA o HAU, sila yung feeling confident after this round na okay, we can close this out.
But remember, this is a bonus round of Valiant Esports, so if they win this, it's going to be pretty big because it's gonna be expensive for V8 as they need to go with it eco buy lang later on. But right now, Habi will be spotting out one. They take out those shock darts just to leave him behind. And speaking of, Otto will be getting the head of Havi as it's gonna be a great opportunity for them to come at B-side. Pero Yao na naman with the shock darts. This is the second time that he'll be getting a frag with that shock dart itself. gets the head of one. Wala na controller at all ang Valorant Esports, and that's going to be a game changer
That's
right
a
now.
big
Dahil
kill.
medyo... Hmm?
That's a big kill nga, Ray. Tama ka.
That's a big kill. You don't have any controllers anymore. How will you set up? You only have that aggressive shock darts coming in from your Sova because kita naman natin, pwede bang opener yan together with your Recon Bolt and together with your Raze. Pero nga lang, how will you make that possible? Dahil kapag Cloud
30
Burst yung
seconds
nilagay mo
left.
dyan, the Jet needs to have that good open pa eh. Ma-open pa siya para sa makapag-set up ng smokes. And speaking of, Yao will be getting some heads. And speaking of, he already knows where these guys will be right coming through. Pero nakapag-dominate sila all over A side. Wala na pick up! Puro whip all over! But Yao, he's at a proudly together with Blast. Isa-isa na nga sila kagad bumabagsak. And we only have Groovy denied by Grossoff with that 2K. And after that retake, just by VA waiting for Valorant Esports to come in. And after that full buy round, they are leading by 1. But remember, it's just the full buy round. A bonus round lang naman to para sa Valorant Esports kasi mas importante is nakahabol sila with that 7-7 scoreline. As right now, they will be buying the Phantoms plus the Vandals for themselves.
Yeah, but looks like we're going to a quick timeout.
Mhm.
Going to the bonus. They lost. Expected na matatalo sila sa bonus. May isahan natin to, but now, eto na. It's time for the real game to start. We have our guns. Usap-usap na sila for, when or what they need to do.
Mhm. Kaya na maging prepared sa kanilang attacking side. But knowing HAU naman on the attacking side, I think it's really pretty, they're really pretty confident when it comes to that. Oh, bakit nakatayo si Javi? Anong meron?
Oo nga, oo nga eh. I think Javi is focused, ewan ko. Bago daw eh, kasi,
This is how we
iba daw,
focus the game.
oh no, according to our prod actually, low bat daw ang headset ni Javi.
Oh, that's
Kaya
pretty
siya nakatayo.
bad.
So ano yun, nakikinig siya sa speakers ng monitor?
I
Or
don't
sa
know.
speakers? Well, you know what, try ko nga mamaya. Baka maging kasing galing ko si Javi pag nakatayo ako habang naglalaro. Malay mo, di ba? Bagong way to focus.
Pwede. Possible nga yan. Pero
Diba?
as of now, okay. They're pretty prepared already on their setup. Kitang-kita mo naman how they need to utilize out of everything. And speaking of, Grozov has already been, they already know that he's at behind the tube. But what they can do right now is just to prevent Valiant from being so aggressive and pushing in towards B side. Pero they're just taking their time once again. They can still go to A side if it's not working for them sa B side. We can already seeing some rotations up ahead, but Yao extends it himself already. Wala na siya sa short. Nandun na siya sa kaila-ilalim at pwede na nang i-expect ang mga miyembro ng Valiant Esports na sa may corner siya. Pero hindi pa rin sila nag-commit sa A. They're still just playing their time up around just to maybe make the use
30
out
seconds
of
left.
Eurydice Arcos right now. Pero, nag-entry na nga si Flash and he gets the head of Grossoff and Groovy sees the head of Happy with that shock dart. Isa-isa na bumabagsak ang mga miyembro ng Eurydice Arcos and we only have a Wheelie left up ahead with that Omen going up against the 4 members of Valiant Esports.
Sobrang hirap na situation ni Willie ngayon. Ang dami pang utility na available para may alarm bot na nga nag-iintay sa kanya sa loob ng smoke na yan. So, this is pretty much a done round for HAU. So, Ray, we're gonna go to an 8-8 unless, Willie, I mean, Spectre to. May tiwala ako sa run-in gun ng Spectre. I've seen people win this. Nako, they spot him out, they know where he is, and now all they're gonna do is go for the safer pick. Very, 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 very smart play naman for them. Huwag na nila hanapin si Willie. Just let him save. Kasi if you take a look at his money, wala siyang pera. So, 1,000 credits next round, that's not even enough for full util. He has to either go full shield, half shields and full util, or full shields or no utility. So worth it na yun for them kesa naman mawalan pa sila ng baril, di ba?
Mhm. Kesa mag-risk ka pa. Pero mukhang may hero buy coming from the side of PA. Pero right now, after those years that the Valorant Esports, that big timeout itself is a game changer, definitely. They're already tying still with Viridis Arcus. They have that good decision making. They just fake going up to A site, tapos bumalik sila ng B, tapos napaka-importante yung NT mid-blast na naman with that raise. Pero ngayon, maglalabas na sila ng Cosmic Divide, and this is gonna be giving them a big opportunity because no one's gonna be hearing them. And speaking of, they are already planting. How will VA retake this one? Dahil ayan yung mga advantages when you have that Astra for the post-plant.
Yep, maraming ultimate ang available para nasa side ng HAU. That early kill. Xavi lumilipad-lipad kung saan gets. That's the nowhere to run. They already used the Hunter's Fury. He's pushing through from grenade. Otto is waiting for him on the other side of that grenade. He's defusing. Really just needs to get protected by his two teammates. Groovy and Otto doing all that they can. Thrifty win for the defenders. Naubos yung nga. Pero nanakawan nila kayo ng round. Grossoff as well, finishing things off with the flank there. And grabe, Ray. Walang may baril ko, hindi kay. And yet, Javi got 3 kills. By the way, hindi niya ginamit showstopper. He should have enough for showstopper. He opted not to use it that round. And now, tingnan mo, everyone has their ultimates. So, kahit anong sitwasyon, mapa-retake man yan, mapa-stop ng push, ready ang Viridis Arcus.
Okay. Oh, things gets interesting. You want a thrifty round? Imagine just by holding, hindi mo binibitawan. Ganun talaga sa buhay. Minsan dapat hindi nyo binibitawan, pero may kayong bumitaw. At kita nyo, naging worth it. The side of Viridis Arcus, plus the flank of Grossoff, really gave them that upper hand. But then, HAU, since they've been winning consecutive rounds, they still have a lot of economy coming in. This is gonna be the last buy that they have. But if they lose this, they're gonna be saving once again. Pero, well, Blast versus Ogi gets the head of Javi. Prophecy gets the head of a Servus. And just by trades 4v4 pa rin ngayon, but really controlling all over you. Who's gonna get who? And speaking of, he gets the head of Prophecy. Stuck right now sa yung tatlong miyembro ng Valorant Esports and how they will be able to make up those duels dahil naglabas kagad ng smoke right now ang Omen sa side ng VA. But Kael takes Grossoff out. And natatanda natin, tatlo pang meron there now ang Viridis Arcus, but no contending right now together with that Hunter's Fury X that who wants to take out that lockdown, but Kael will still be planting the spike with no hesitations at all. 3v3 right now. Groovy already expects one. He gets the head of Yao. Who's gonna get who? Pero meron pa kaliwat-kanan ngayon na nilalabas nila. And it's going to be a heavy game versus Kael this time around.
Oh, the pinches!
What was that? React also right now. Di pala nila half, pero marami po pala siyang oras. Sumakto! The timing! And the clutch meister coming from Javi right now. By that potential round of Valorant Esports once again, and they're leading by 2.
Oh my God, Javi. What was that? Hindi ko naiintindihan ba't na-push ni Kyle yung grenade doon, yung paint shells.
He should have given that first.
Should have just waited for that.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't enough time for him to defuse, and well, that cost them that round. Nanakawan na naman ng Viridis Arcus ang HAU here. They stole it last round and they stole this round. Right now, it must be it's hard right now. Especially yung mo buys nila Ray. Wala masyado. Kyle nga naka-sheriff. Everyone just has a sheriff. Yung iba may shield. Yung iba nga, isang nga wala. So, This is very, very difficult for them. Plus, Acervus also has lockdown and they have no way of dealing with it pa.
Hindi nila matatackle kagad. Pero they don't have much choice. But they need to set up already and go with the post plans because that might be a possible win for them. Pero binigay nila masyado. Kaso nga lang, looking at that, Otto gets the head of Grossoff, but they are already aware of where they will be coming from. And speaking of, Javi gets 2 heads right now. Tatlo na lang kagad na natitira sa Valiant, and he will just be defusing it. Nothing to worry about because it's inside the tube. And he's just gonna be defusing it. And that's it. Viridis Arcos will be getting that round once again. And we only have 2 before they can finally win this. But at stake naman sa Valiant Esports, ang ganda na sana, but it's a eco round for them. So you can already see the advantages kapag dating sa mga barel. But then, yung kaninang round talaga sayang eh. Kasi kung hindi man siya matatamaan ng paint shells kanina, pero lumabas pa rin siya out of it. Hindi siya bumalik ng U-Haul, talo pa rin siya. Kung binigay niya sa U-Haul yun, panalo din sa, may possibility na panalo sana yung Valiant Esports, but we need to move on talaga right now. And just some aggressiveness versus aggressiveness coming right up right now. But looks like they're just, both of these teams are just wasting a lot of utilities sa may short.
Ay, alam mo, really
Hmm?
yung round na yan, ang aggressive nila. Gusto na tatapusin ng Viridis Arcos. Sa mga to people who just tuned in, this is just game 1 and somehow parang feel ko game 3 na kagad kasi sobrang close ng laban, sobrang intense ng retakes at take si Blast na isa na nga si Sabi. Now that's a very big crucial kill. Napatay mo. Oh no, good kill by Grossoff. Dalawa pa nakuha ni Grossoff. Wait a minute, what was that? Wow.
Grossoff is definitely the lucky guy, but right now, who's gonna be luckier because we have those post-plant positions up ahead for the side of Valiant Esports. We have that Hunter's Fury, but we also have right now that Blade Storm coming right up. But this retake is gonna be so important as they definitely want that match point already up ahead. But the Paranoia will be released this time around, getting a good off on the other side of Valiant Esports, but it's going to be a 2v1. Nag-line up sa mukha, and Kael gets there, and Grossoff together with Yao. A 3v4 situation, yet Valiant Esports wins that round. That was really important because you don't want to give that match point up ahead sa side of Viridis Arcos. And they're still kicking it off. Let's see who's gonna be the better team. As VA, they need to finish this out just to secure the first map. While for the side of Valiant Esports, they're hungry for this win. They're still denying a VA's retake always. But looking at the strategy, 3 of the guys coming from VA will be coming in from hookah.
Oo nga eh. Yung map positioning nila, parang they really wanna shut down this hookah take. Javi has that judge and Grossoff probably gonna be the one to bait, no? He is probably, yeah, I can see this bait play, pero I like that they're playing slow here, Ray Ray, no? Hindi sila
Groovy. Sobrang successful na kanya ngayon. Hunter's Fury, Prophecy sees the head of Grossoff. It's just an eco buy or some half buys coming from the side of Valiant Esports. They need to retake na dahil lahat ng to magko-commit towards B side. And let's see how will they go with this retake. Oh, rather they went to A side na pala. Ayaw na lang matamaan kagad with that judge coming right up. And speaking of, Blasty's the head of Willie, and we only have Javi with that showstopper. He can just save this one, or he still wants to contest this maybe. Pero the time is ticking. You're going up against 5 with just a Sheriff and a Dream. And looks like he can just go for the exit frogs. And speaking of, he gets 1 head. Pero wala pa naman kagad. He takes his jump right now just to bait them. But looks like the guys won't be answering to his bait. They just have those post plants that are very quite, you just needs to get it. And speaking of, Valiant Esports still kicking. 10-11 na ang ating score. And humahanga sila. And that's what I'm really happy about. Both of them, sobrang kita-kita mo yung commitment at ayaw magpatalo sa bind, which is both of them are pretty good at. And this is the first time, this is the second time I'm casting heavy with that raise. But comparing to Blast talaga, Blast has really impressed me with that raise. Si Heavy talaga, Reyna talaga yung alam kong notable sa kanya ever since season 2 and then season 1 itself. Pero when it comes to Raze talaga, Blast is also a god when it comes to that. Hindi si Blast ang pumili kay Raze, si Raze ang pumili kay Blast. Pero both of the Raze from both of the teams are really doing well. But right now, Grossoff is just playing time also together with Prophecy, who's gonna get who. Fortunately, wala pang napipick off.
Oo nga eh. And take a look, no, Riri. Grossoff has that operator. Kaya, oh no. Prophecy. Ingat-ingat ka sa mga chinecheck mo. There are two people in B long. Hindi. Kitso, kinakabahan ako. Javi has been holding this position since kanina pa, Riri. So, Blush should be able to pre-fire this if he's smart enough. But I like this slow take. Riri. Hindi pa madali. Ayan na nga, pre-fired by Blast. Now they know where Javi is. They spot the Raze. Really, sa game na to, no? Pag tinignan mo yung scoreboard, labanan ng Raze. Parehas top frag Raze eh.
Yung Raze talaga, sila ang game changers para sa mga teams na ito. Pero ito, tignan natin if this is gonna be the setup. That's going to be the tables turned up ahead for the side of Valorant Esports as Kael takes out that lockdown. But right now, he still wants to contest as he gets out that trade coming from Kael picked up, but the surface also together with Kael right now. The trades by trades are very important, but who's gonna get who? Because the service right now is detained. Pwede lang siya puntahan ngayon ng HAU, pero meron pa sagot together kay HAU and Grossoff. Pero time is ticking. How will they manage to set this up ahead? Pero they can just go with the extra drugs. But the post plans kasi sobrang hirap talaga i-battle it out as they don't have any information yet. And speaking of, that's what we're talking about. Time is ticking still. Sila na nagpapakita sa kanilang harapan. At si Otto na lang natitira kagad. And Grossoff gets that good defuse. He gets the head of Otto. Pero may oras pa kaya.
May time ba siya? May oras! May oras pa! The clutch by Grossoff! Oh, 0.74 seconds and that's match point! What a retake! What a clutch by Grossoff! Isang pagkakamali lang na shot dun and he wouldn't have enough time. Oh, what?
What? Grossoff! He made it possible! I thought that was going for the side of Valorant Esports. Kasi narinig ko yung oras eh. Pero meron pa balang oras. The time is favoring Grossoff this time around. And is there only one left before they can finally turn the tables? But Valorant Esports, how will they make the most out of this? Oh!
Crucial kill.
Oh, pero good trade. I mean, Groovy gets the head of Grossoff. One of the duelist lang naman ang medyo napipick off lang din ngayon. But then, sinong makakuha ng first map this time around? The Knight by some of the stars para hindi makasilip kagad sa may hookah. They tried to pre-fire it but unfortunately wala silang mapipick off. They can go towards A site but we have that a big setup coming from a Servus because he's now already expecting them coming right up behind them. Pero Prophecy just checking for the flanks. Unfortunately, Viridis Arcus is just playing their time, but a Servus, it's really important because he's the only guy around that A side. He has a wheelie right behind him, but will he be able to trade off? Syempre, medyo malayo-layo talaga ang meron tayo ngayon. And speaking of, they try to contest this right already, but as they go with the entries, will it be possible for them to actually win this and make the tables turn? Pero naglabas na kagad ang Cosmic Divide. Sinabayan din kagad ang counter lockdown coming from a Servus, but Prophecy goes behind the seas, but a Servus sees out his head. And it's going to be a 4v3 right now with only just that Cosmic Divide dividing everything. Nilabas na nga din agad ngayon ni Yao ang kanyang Hunter's Fury, but who's gonna get who? As the Servus already extends himself up until the lamp. Time is ticking for them. They don't have anything to worry about, but now they're losing one by one. And we're still seeing the three heads of Valorant Esports surviving for the post plans. Agad na post plans sila. nila. Pero nga lang medyo nauubos na ang kanilang oras. But also makes the good changer. And we already have Javi. It's going to be a 2v1. He gets a combo. Unfortunately, wala. But the time is ticking. And Kyle, the last 3 members of Valorant Esports will be able to save the day. Lago-horse na yung bosses ko. But still, Valorant Holy Angel University is alive and kicking. It's either an overtime or Viridius Arcus will be able to get this against them.
Oh, napapatayo ako sa round yun. What a series of events. Yung timing sa paglabas ni Otto, isang pagkakamali lang, huling dalawa dun. And now they have a chance to go and force overtime. Look at the money, look at the buys, and the utility. Walang ultimates ang Viridius Arcos. They have to somehow pull up a trick. I don't know. But right now, it's looking like we're going to overtime, Ray Ray.
Oh, looks like we are! But denied! The wave! But now Prophecy is ahead of Grossoff. This might be a big opportunity for them to come to the B-side and picking up. He's able to bumabagsak, but Yao gets a good trade. But denied by Kael. 3 left na lang para sa Viridius Arcos. And Otto gets ahead of Javi. Dalawa na lang kagad na natitira. And we only have Willie and a dream. He punishes one, but Prophecy with that Blade Storm denies him. And after that 8-12 scoreline, we'll be having the first ever overtime for this series. Sa pinakaunang mapa pa nga, Valiant Esports versus Viridius Arcos. This is the game that we are all talking about.
Oh my god. That was a bloodbath. Absolute chaos left and right. Hirap na hirap pa yung how when they were on an eco. It just shows how scary. A few more shots from Javi and the rest of Viridius Arcos, that round would have went completely different. Pero Ray, grabe yung how makarally. They 2 straight. They're going to overtime. Di pa sila magpapatalo sa game 1. They want that series lead. And at this point, I'm scared for them, Ray Ray. They are they're making it look like they really are in it to win it. Grabe ang how. Grabe yung mental. I have no words. I'm liking this. Itong B-take nila na to, they've been doing this since a and they should not get surprised about this take. Oh my goodness, Javi gets dinked! Pero naisahan niya si Blast! Now, he's trying to fake the Blast pack palabas. He's gonna try and spray. Actually, he gets Kyle really, really low. Around 60, 70 points of health. And now, ang baga nila pumasok ng side. Hinintay nila yung smoke. Wala Prophecy. Falls down to Yao. They didn't know that he was there. The shock darts. Grossoff yung timing ng reload. Sobrang sakto to get the kill from elbow. Clears up Yao and it's a 4v2 Aservos. Yung pwesto ni Aservos, Ray, hindi nila alam. Hindi nila alam. Aservos with 2. And that's the first round for overtime. Good take by Viridius Arcus. And like the name of the team ng HAU, valiant effort in defending B, pero the shots, they just hit everything there.
My gosh, what is happening right now? But then, what's happening is that Viridius Arcus is on a match point. But Valiant Esports, we know how these guys, they're still kicking it up ahead. Nasayangan lang siguro sila doon the timing lang dahil nag-spray si Yao towards elbow. Kaya na-pick off na isa. Kaya napaka-importante nun. Undermanned na din kasi bigla yung Valiant Esports, but they're on the attacking side. And once they're on the attacking side, they're on point already with how they will be playing this out. They will be taking out first that lumilipad the CCTV, but will they be able to track someone else? Because Grossoff, he's already expecting so much that there's someone that has been on the flank, and that's Kael himself. Pero he hears the footsteps. He gets the information. But we have that alarm bot, so this is gonna be important. Ma-identify din yung flanks coming from Javi together with Grossoff. But right now, They're trying to make a statement. They're trying to clear out kagad ang A site. But really, kapag siya ang napitas dito, alam na natin ang kahinatnan ng round na ito. Pero pag hindi siya magpapabawas and he will just be playing, this might be possible. But cross off behind the back! That's what we're gonna be seeing right up ahead. Nabawasan na nga kagad. Mapaforce ang Valiant Esports this time around to plant it. Pero isa-isa, may isa-isang kick-off na meron tayo ngayon. And we only have a 2v4. And right now, isa na lang kagad natin na it's going to be Prophecy going up against CS. And HAU will be finishing him out. The first map goes into the hands of Doritos Arcus. A map that was picked by them going up against HAU. And that's it. Pero hindi pa naman tapos ngayon. But the Green Archers, the Viridus Arcus guys, wants to seal the deal already sa first map.
Oh. Ang stress naman ng laban na to. Baka gusto nila mag-diffuse, no? Pero, yes, game 1 goes to good game from both teams. HAU, ang ganda ng laro ng HAU. Wala akong masabi sa laro ng HAU because it was just too good. Again, undefeated sila for a reason. And sa game na to, pinapakita talaga nila bakit sila undefeated. This is their first loss of the entire season. Actually, first time to drop a map, and I'm calling it. They're going to 3 games. We're going to 3 games, Ray. How babawi to? We're gonna go to their map pick, right? We're gonna go to game 2. We're gonna go to HAU's map pick, and based on what I see on HAU, they're gonna put up a fight. Whether manalo matalo, they're gonna put, and that's the important. Na alam mo yun, gusto ko makita.
The fact that we had an OT tells us that both of these teams are first familiar with each other and second is very par with each other's skills. Kita mo naman yung kill distribution. All of them are trading. All of them are really expecting to frag or to make a good hold and pick some heads off. And this is the matchup that we're talking about, the dream matchup, and it's already manifesting right up ahead. And speaking of, but then there can only be one winner per each map. And the first map that was picked by Viridus Arcus themselves, they will still be concealing themselves here, and they will be showing us that when it comes to bind, we're still gonna get it. And speaking of, they did that. At ngayon na nga din, our scoreline for that one is going to be 14-12, but we still have Icebox up ahead, and HAU, they never missed on this map. They are really incredible when it comes to Icebox, and that's what we're gonna be looking forward to. Is it gonna be a clean 2-0? Or is it going to be the Haven waving us at map 3? But right now, we'll be taking a break. After that banters, medyo naubo talaga ako doon. No, pumipi ako. Kakagaling ko lang kasi guys sa sakit. So, thank you so much guys. We'll be right back here in the University Alliance Cup Season 3. We are your shoutcasters. I am Ray and of course, Ryujin. Before you close, this was your last, gonna be your last cut. So yeah, I give it to you right now.
Yeah, so sa lahat na nanonood, thank you to everyone. Kanya-kanya kayong support ng teams. I love the energy. I'll see you all next season. Make sure to tune in. Also, finals na next week. And ang mananalo dito, makikita sila ng fit. So, you gotta make sure to tune in there. Thank you so much, guys. Before we go to the break, I'm gonna see you all guys next season. Annyeong! Bye, guys!
Thank you so much.
Minsan, sobrang late na. Andun pa rin si Manong Fishball.
Ginagabi kayo, Manong!
Enrollment eh.
After some time, yung kariton ni Manong Fishball nadagdagan ng may bike.
Hanggang kabilang kalye, nagtitinda na rin kayo, Manong?
Ang notebook.
Sunod na taon, pati menu nadagdagan.
Nax, may squid balls na!
Mahal kasi ang lapis. May kikyaw pa dyan.
Bilib na bilib ako kay Manong Fishball. Akalain mong yung maliit niyang kariton, napalaki niya ng ganon? Ang nagagawa nga naman ng pangarap ng isang magulang.
Anong grade na ba yung anak nyo?
Tagal nang tapos sa mga bata. Ako naman ngayon.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Pero sa mga araw na yun, many years ago, higit pa sa fishballs ang binigay niya sa akin. He taught me na walang di natutupad na pangarap sa taong handang magsumikap.
Dami niya na.
Panghapunan.
Pantoga.
Atin ang pangarap. Atin ang pagsisikap. Atin ang mundo. Globe.
Welcome back to the University Alliance Cup Season 3. Viminal and Ray Ray coming at you live. Real wild. And of course, Mr. Ryujin did an incredible job today. Hats off to you, sir. He's going to take a break. He's going to take a rest now, and he's going to be watching in chat. So please, guys, be nice. Be nice in chat. Ray Ray, that was such an incredible game. Such an insane game. And it was a very drawn out match. I really wasn't expecting it to go that long. Pero, clear indicator siya eh. Tulad ng sinabi mo kanina, napakalapit ang skill level ng dalawang teams na to. And from the beginning of Season 3, I've been touting these two teams to be the strongest teams right now in this entire season. It's no longer Ateneo Lasal,
Yeah.
right? It's not USD FIT. It's Holy Angel University and, of course, DLSU. Incredible series.
The first map talaga when it comes to bind, I am always remembered by how you told us na sobrang laking shift talaga when it comes to either of the sides, whether on your defending, whether on your the attacking. It's still a 50-50 game all over again, and that's what we've seen earlier on. But then kita mo yung good clutches, not by have himself, but also we have Prophecy and Blast that has been doing so much for the side of HAU. Shows to us that that OT itself, kitang-kita mo yung alam nila yung playstyles ng isa't isa. May mga usual errors, of course, but then this is one of the bestest matches that I've ever casted so far sa 2 seasons ko here in UAC. Ang ganda ng bind map na yon. Wala akong masabi, and I'm expecting more in this upcoming map, which is going to be an Icebox.
Yeah, Icebox is coming up next, and this is going to be Holy Angel University's map pick, Valiant Esports. So, if we're going to go to Game 3, this is a very highly likely outcome. And let me tell you, DLSU is downright scary on Haven. No bias aside. Alam ko, nasa lista ko, pero, just saying, statistically, you don't want to face DLSU on Haven. But, then again, undefeated ang Valiant Esports up until that bind map. They dropped it. And it was so close. We went to overtime. And itong Icebox map na to, this could definitely go their way. And I expect great things to come from Blast, come from Prophecy. Lahat sila napakagaling nilang players, grabe yung improvement nila. And I really think they are the best team right now. I think they're even better than DLSU, but we'll see.
But HAU talaga last season, we're already seeing their potential, and they actually pick at right now in season 3, and I'm expecting more on the upcoming seasons here in a UAC. But kanina may mga konting choke points lang, but
Yeah.
still tingin ko medyo nahirapan na, nakakawala talaga ng momentum on that last part din. Medyo nakakapagod yun that it suddenly fade away ng pagpunta nila ng B-site, and all of them were just with the early pick-offs coming in from Viridis Arcos. But right now, moving on, they just need to have a reset because that map earlier was a pick by Viridis Arcos, yet they had a hard time at going up against HAU. And now, in Icebox, HAU, undefeated sila sa mapang ito every time that they pick this. And looking at how they pick this out. Prophecy and Blast with that Reyna and Jet tandem talaga will definitely give a good show, especially to the fans of HAU.
Itong icebox map, especially here in the collegiate level, mahilig sila sa mga double duelist, mahilig sila sa Reyna Jet tandem, di ba? And this is really indicative of the collegiate playstyle. They try to outmuscle their opponent, outgun their opponent, and just showcase their mechanical skills. And for the side of DLSU, they're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be a mirror matchup. Grosov and Savvy AK. Two very
your agent.
mechanically strong duelists. Probably Savvy being the most mechanically inclined player in the whole University Alliance Cup. Right? I think yung makakatapat lang sa kanya si Blas eh. Pero tignan natin. I mean, it's gonna be Reyna versus Reyna. Savvy versus Blas. I think it's gonna be definitely a spicy matchup.
It's been a while since I've casted. I think this is the first time I'll be casting in the entire season. Happy with that Reyna once again. I last casted him that was really impressed nung season 2 pa. But right now, picking that Reyna, okay, it's been a while since we've seen that. Reyna pick Javi, but Blast also pick Reyna. And every time that they do this duelist pickup, sila talaga inaabangan eh. Is it going to be a Blast show? Or is it going to be a Javi show for both of the teams right now?
That remains to be seen, Ray Ray. Pero if history tells us, Savvy AK, probably one of the strongest Reynas in the country. Not only in the collegiate scene, but also in the pro scene. He's proven that time and time again throughout his run in Sunsparks. And now he's left Sunsparks. Perhaps he's on to greener pastures. Who knows?
Oh,
Who knows? Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, Savvy's always that dependable player. And I actually made a post about it the other day and just commented on the fact that, again, he is one of the most mechanically inclined players in the country. And if there's going to be a game changer in this game, it's going to be him. So right now, it looks like Holy Angel University, they are gearing up for a B take. And a lot of them are converging onto the B long lane. A little bit of mid presence there, but they didn't really commit onto mid. It seems like a very straightforward bait and switch at this point in time. They made noise in B. Wall has gone up. The for now, Veritas Arcus doesn't have any information, and they're basically over-rotated, but they actually got the whiff of that strategy from Valorant Esports, and now they're coming back here. Savvy AK with the first blood onto Blast, and this is the type of tenacity we expect from Savvy AK, although Groovy, he's going to be quick to trade. And again, the type of cohesiveness we've come to expect from Valorant
30
Esports.
seconds
really.
left.
Pero looking at that, when it comes to the attacking side talaga ng Valiant Esports, they never disappoint. On all maps talaga, kitang-kita naman natin yun. But Prophecy, he wants to get inside the tube. He just wants to get with that lurks, but unfortunately, he won't be getting it. Instead, Yao already sees his head. But right now, may counter wall scene. May counter wall na napakaganda ngayon ng Veritas Arcus, and he will just be defusing it with no hesitation. But right now, with that one, Groovy gets out of the out, gonna withdraw off. Pero nga lang, it was a kind of a messy round, and still Auto makes that clutch. You may be defusing it, pero still, Veritas Arcus was able to defuse it, and it's gonna be favoring them.
Yun talaga kasi yung yung mahirap pag nagpa-plan ka sa default dun sa B-side. Madali kang counterin ng Sage Wall. Lalo na kung hindi niya ginastos yung wall niya agad sa pistol round. So, it's a very good idea for Service to have saved that wall. Kasi, they had that idea that they were going to go for the B-take and definitely using the counter wall, especially in the pistol round. Very, very strong. Grosov, aggressive position. First blood onto Prophecy in this anti-ego round. He's not done, Ray Ray.
One enemy remaining.
Still there, is still kicking, and that was a worth it second round because of flawless execution of Veritas Arcus na naman ang meron. And ang ganda nito di ba? Kapag may jet ka with that Marshall tapos nasa icebox ka, napakadaming angles for you to get those headshots and nakita na nga natin yun with how Grossoff played that round earlier. Pero ngayon, full buy naman ang meron sa Valorant Esports and definitely when they have that full round talaga, alam natin na mananalo na sila most likely. Pero nagsistruggle sila Ang ganda ng defense din ng Veritas Arcos ngayon
Ganun talaga yung laro sa Icebox Pwede mong paglaruan yung verticality ng map, especially on A site. Tsaka yun yung reason kung bakit masaya minsan mag-Omen, pero Viper yung meta ngayon. Masaya mag-Jet. And of course, on the Reyna, you can really take some aggressive positions here using that zipline. I like Willie's forward position here. He has a standard Viper setup on A. Pero talagang medyo nakakatakot yung pwesto niya ngayon, Ray.
He wants to be aggressive. Okay, let's give it to him.
It paid off. Paid
Oh! Javi wants to execute yung kanyang flank coming right up sa mid. Pero at least nakakuha siya ng information kung nasaan yung mga miyembro ng Valiant Esports na naghihintay. Okay, kanina I was quite nervous na baka hindi makuha ni Willie to. Pero at least it paid off. Plus, ano rin ang ganda magpadali ng snake bite talaga sa mapang ito. Kasi sobrang liit. Although maganda yung verticality, maliliit yung entrances coming in from, diba? Sa A-set, ang liit, Pag ikaw nakuha ka lang dyan ng shock dart, you're gonna be easily be taken off. Pero, they don't have any idea. Si Willie?
I feel like naka-pre-aim na Safe
Pero, you just went with spray and pray. 3 sa 2.
Spike
Game
planted.
changer pa rin to para sa side ng Valiant Esports. At least kahit may early pickoffs, they were able to survive this. But Grossoff, someone, pero will be taken off as we are already having a Servus versus Prophecy.
No charges left.
Pero wala pa naman. He's just taking his time. Pero is he aware that Prophecy's on the top tube? Nope! And yan ang sinasabi ko, Valiant Esports, pag naka-full buy, they will be getting that round. And 2-1 na nga kagad ang ating score. Most likely sa first half, actually sa first 20 rounds, sobrang dikit lang na magiging laban ng teams na to
Feeling ko nga parang seesaw battle lang. Lamang yung Virtus Arcus, tapos malalamang yung Valiant Esports, pero I don't know. Virtus Arcus, they're off to a really strong start here, Ray. And that was their bonus round. Tinan mo si Grossoff, may operator na ngayon. Everyone else on full buys. And then, medyo may gun firepower discrepancy for the side of Holy Angel University, Valiant Esports. So, tinan natin kung makaka-early pick up si Grossoff dito. Good idea from Valiant na i-drone nila yan agad. But a Servus this time on the first blood. And I really like aggressing that tube area. It's a very powerful position if you take control of the mid lane. So ngayon, bawas na ng isang membro yung Valiant Esports. And they have full control of the map.
At ito pa yung napansin ko coming sa mga collegiate teams sa Icebox. They love to lurk. Kasi worth it naman It's a high risk, high reward play. And if you're successful, it goes to you. Pero speaking of, Grossoff gets the head of Kael. 2 na lang kagad ang natitira. And just by them seeing those open angles na meron ng attacking side, napakalaging advantage na ito sa Veritas Arcus. Naghihintay na lang ngayon si Prophecy kung meron siyang mapipick off. Pero naghahabol na lang ngayon ang Veritas Arcus. But at least they get some heads na gustong magpaka-aggressive sa kanila. They still want to contest this. But then we have that slow orb coming right up. Medyo alanganin ang pwesto ng Valiant Esports because they don't have any information as to where they are. And speaking of, Grossoff gets Prophecy. Odo na lang kagad na natitira and HAU gets a good timing. 3-1 na nga ang ating scoreline ngayon.
Were they able to save the operator? I don't think so.
No.
It's okay. They still have. I think at this point, Virtus Arcus, they really feel comfortable in Icebox compared to Bind. Maybe that was their map pick because they wanted to get it done and dusted. And maybe they wanted to play the other maps more. Maybe they want to play Haven. Maybe they want to play Icebox. And wanted to get the weakest map as not the decider. Because, typically Bind is not what they choose to play in. So it's really interesting to see how strong they are right now on Icebox. And they don't have any signs of slowing down. Grossoff, now, taking a hold of B side, but he does get spotted by the Aldron Ray.
But they're just gonna be taking their time. They're just gonna be giving the side itself. Hala! Kasabihan ka tuloy ni Vim ng hala! Okay. Oy, pero why did he jump right
Questionable play.
Okay. Nagmadali ba siya doon? That was crucial, ah. Pwede naman lang hintayin yung teammates niya. Okay. Weird, but okay, he did it. And Grassoff popping off with his
Player standing.
operator. Winnable, yes, but time is ticking. It's up ahead for the side of Viridis Arcos. He goes with a defuse, but he gets one head. Pero that was a good thrifty round. Coming in from Valiant Esports just because of that Viper spit at nagmadali si Servus.
Yeah, perhaps it could have been a different story if he waited for some backup before plunging into like the green jello.
Nag-swimming siya.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable play, but perhaps it was just a misplay. I mean, it does happen even to the best players. But right now, it looks like Virtus Arcus will be on a broken buy state. This time, nabaliktad na. Valiant Esports, they will be on full buys. Meron ng operator for the side of Valiant Esports. Tinan natin if hindi mo babawi yung operator for the side of Virtus Arcus. Hunter's Fury is out. Sabi AK, he's gonna be trying to dodge, doing some parkour. Don's managed to evade it, but he's down to 20 HP. Ray. Tinan natin kung makakapatay o makaka-heal siya dito. Alam naman natin gano'ng kakatay yung tutok ni Sabi AK kahit naka-guardian lang siya. O yun.
Speaking of,
Yun na nga.
na-lost na po that Bim. He gets some heads. Pero kala, Groovy will be denying that to 4v2. Not bad if Viridis Arcos will be getting some, okay,
Last player standing.
2 kills. That's already big on your thrifty round. And 3-3 na nga ang ating scoreline. If only Viridis Arcos was able to get that retake earlier on. But knowing HAU talaga, they're a team that has been consistent in winning sometimes the thrifties. Same goes with Viridis Arcos. Kaya alam nyo na pag may Viper Spit, mananalo talaga ang team nyo. Kahit ang mga baril nyo lang ay mga sheriffs. Pero kitang-kita nyo naman both sides, both of these teams are really doing well. Walang attacker-sided pagdating sa icebox if you have that good hold. And speaking of, Grossoff right now will be aggressive with his operator na naman.
It's a very risky gamble to take on that position. He already did that before, so they might expect it this time around, but on second thought, it does catch them off guard. Again, the gamble pays off. Kael does get the resurrection onto Prophecy, at least bridging the gap on that man disadvantage, but still, Virtus Arcos, they have the ultimate economy advantage. They do have the res, they do have the Viper Spit and the Hunter's Fury. It doesn't seem like they can lose this
Here.
unless Grossoff goes down being a little bit overzealous.
Grossoff has been giving a
Here.
good hold sa Viridis Arcos kasi he makes sure na per round he'll be able to pick off at least sa kanyang operator eh. And if that happens, sobrang putol na ulit kagad yung kamay ng Valiant Esports into executing on either of the sides. And speaking of 38 seconds left, and yet they're still stuck right now on how will they be making that decision kung saan sila pupunta. Pero mukhang hindi na sila mag-8. Lipat na sila papuntang B, but we have someone waiting right up and we have HAU that might be crawling behind the box also. Really? Alam na niya. Easy one it! Naglabas na nga kagad ngayon ng Viper Spit. Magpapadali lang din siya kagad. Okay, there he is. He's gonna take that out para lang makakita yung default. And speaking of, yellow people right behind it. Sa kanyang harap mismo. At isa na lang kagad na natitira, which is Prophecy. And
Okay. Tactical crouch right there to cap the round off. Pero ang ganda ng ginawa ni ni Willie, di ba, Rere? Kasi pwede siya mag-Viper Spit dun sa bilong, pero ang ginawa niya, dinelay lang niya. Kasi alam niyang gipit na sa oras yung Valiant Esports. He didn't need to fight it, but after he deployed his Viper Spit, he went in for the kill. Kasi alam nila may economic advantage, and the more eco damage they deal to HAU, then that would really be good for them at this point. And then of course si Groovy, tinwan naka-sheriff lang siya ngayon. And Prophecy, does get taken out by Savvy AK. I mean, I like the effort. Unfortunately, wrong timing.
Your duty is not over.
I like that boost.
Ala.
That was pretty creative. Pero, nireso niya ng may angle yung Valiant. Okay, that was pretty weird. But we have Grossoff waiting up ahead against Blast. Revealed na din si Groovy kung nasaan. At alam na nila, okay, we're gonna be expecting this guy is currently sandwiched on this 3 guys of Viridis Arcus. Let's see if he'll be able to survive. Di pa siya nagre-reload at all. And alam na, paglalaroan na lang siya ngayon. They will just be taking their time. He's on the attacking. He needs to plant the end. Pero the location has been revealed as two Sovas will be taking out the Recon Bolt.
One's gonna be going from the flanker, eh? All they need to do is stall some time, and Willie will happily finish off Ruby right there. 5-3 scoreline in favor of Virtus Arcus. They're sitting comfortably in this lead. And this is sort of different from what happened on the previous map. Parang dikit ng dikit yung laban eh. The other previous map. Ngayon, nakikita na natin parang nagkaka-slight momentum shift in favor of Virtus Arcus. Kasi ngayon, Valorant Esports, eco na naman. Pero tulad ng sabi mo kanina, kahit eco yan, hindi mo alam kung ano mangyayari. Kasi napakagaling mag-adjust ng dalawang teams na to eh. And they know each other very well. I'm pretty sure they've done VOD reviews on both teams. Kasi parang basang-basa nila yung mga strategy.
Oh, alam na nila kagad sino yung nag-iisa nga. Napapansin nila na sobrang laking step up. Sino ba yung kailangan natin i-punish kagad? At kita mo, Viridis Arcus also is disciplined in a way that they give muna yung site. Hindi na nila masyadong inaasim. Pero, Yao gets the head of Blast with that Hunter's Fury itself. Ang lakas magpadali niyan. They haven't planted the spike yet.
1 minute left on the clock, right? Dahil pang oras para sa HAU. Pero kasi parang naiipit sila ngayon sa yellow. Otto does get a kill onto Savvy AK. That's a huge pick. He does have a Vandal as well. They have a fighting chance to turn this around. And Groovy will take down Yao, make that a 2K onto Willie. This is absolutely winnable. Grossoff, though, will be taking down Prophecy with a quick shot of the operator. That's now a 2v3.
Last player standing.
Oh, inasim na naman ng Viridis Arcus ang pagpuna ng Valorant Esports. And sabi sa'yo, when it comes to the 50 round of Valiant Esports, they make the most out of it. And now
You called it. You called it, Ray Ray. I mean, I had the feeling as well na perhaps the unexpected would take place during that Thrifty round. And yeah, it just goes to show how prepared these two teams are. And you really can't underestimate them despite them being at a gun disadvantage. And now we're seeing a tug of war yet again, momentum shifting, it seems like. But for the side of Virtus Arcus, they still have comfortable economy. Still have full buys, meron pa rin operators, si Grossoff. So let's see what Valorant Esports will do in this round.
You still want to have that aggressive operator, pero Avi, hindi na siya makakatakas this time around kay Groovy as he will be taken out by that Hunter's Fury and Kael setting up already that slow orb just to prevent these guys from pushing up ahead. Pero wala pa rin magpapakita right now. We'll just be going for that wall as Groovy will be planting. And up ahead, we're seeing the post-plant already of Valiant Esports. Sinabayan pa nila ng Viper's Spit. So kaliwat kanan talaga. They just really want to tie the rounds that we have. Pero Aservus, he wants to contest this. Pero he gets some good information. Pero ulsa-asa na sila napipick off kagad ngayon ni Blast. And we only have Grossoff together with Billy. And they can just save it. But oh, naka-knife out siya. Seized by a Prophecy. And after that 5-3 scoreline, after that helpful Thrifty, 5-all na nga ang score natin.
Really good anticipation coming in there from Prophecy. Because he knew the Grossoff would perhaps exit through mid, try to save the operator, and caught him like a deer in the headlights there. But for Valorant Esports, yeah, they're gonna be pretty happy about that round. Again, Thrifty rounds really changed the momentum. Kahit na, you know, it can be a close round. The eco flip really matters a lot. And it rattles the mental of your opponent. Kasi isipin mo parang, how did we lose that, guys? Parang, sobrang lugi nila sa baril pero natalo pa rin tayo sa round na yun. Bakit nangyayari yun? And then it rattles their mental. Virtus Arcus, good decision for them to go for that tactical timeout. They definitely need to because it's now a 5-all and there's only a couple more rounds left in the first half. There's still a possibility for them to take lead here at a 7-5 scoreline, but the same could be said for Valiant Esports.
That the previous rounds could have been for Virtus Arcus. I really do think this could have been an 8-4, but they wasted a lot of time on those thrifty rounds won by Valiant Esports. And they are actually gaining momentum, but it's really impossible sometimes to to get it. Although Grosov has been hitting his shots, he never misses on his operator. But then sometimes when they are so excited to get a lot of frags, Valiant Esports capitalizes on those usual mistakes given to them by Virtus Arcus.
I think Virtus Arcus was getting a little bit careless during those eco rounds in particular, because they could have easily avoided those deaths. They could have easily capitalized on those rounds, but they failed to do so. Prophecy, I like his position here, just securing the site. Now he's aware that Savvy AK is going to be over there onto Snowman, and this is the discipline that I want to see from Valiant Esports. They're playing post plant. They're not being overly aggressive. Kahit na naka-eco yung Virtus Arcus. So
Oof! You're already expecting Grosov behind the back, so using right now his Blade Storm. But Abby gets a kill. 2v4 right now. It sounds so impossible already as we only have one. And speaking of, Willie might be getting the head of KL, but at least the 3 alive members of Valiant Esports will be getting them a lead already. And this round, pero Virtus Arcus, nag-save sila para makapag-igib and they will just be tying this right up against HAU. But knowing how they started the good talaga, mukhang medyo nabate ang Virtus Arcus this time around. But knowing HAU kasi ang bilis nila kagad sumagot sa strategies ng DLSL. They already know how they will be countering it. And speaking of, it paid for them so well, di ba? Nananalo sila ng 3-3, dalawang round na ganon. And speaking of let's see naman dahil they're just taking their time once again. Javi right now na pick off ni Blast na nagpipick sa kanya sa may mid.
looks like they are gonna be rushing through B-Long really. And itong last round, feeling ko kasi sobrang slow na ng playstyle ng Valiant Esports kanina. They might actually switch gears and just full on commit onto the side here. It might actually work. Down one man now Virtus Arcus. This might be a 7-5 for Valiant Esports, but it's too early to call right now. There they go, planning again on to default. Grosov trying to gain a little bit of information, pero wala siyang sightline. Hindi niya magamit ang operator right now. He's gonna wait for the toxic screen to go out. That Willie does get spotted by the recon dart with his service. He's gonna go for it again, Ray Ray.
Oh, are we gonna be seeing that? But that's good post plant hold coming right up from Valiant Esports, but trades for trades. 2v2 na lang kagad. Grosov, he still wants to play with that operator. Isa na lang kagad ang natitira. That's going to be Grosov himself. But after those spams, Valiant Esports actually turned the tides, favoring them. 7-5 na nga ang ating scoreline. And seems like this was the scoreline earlier. But the pistol round is going to be important as it will be determining the side or the favor of Virtus Arcus. Pero kanina sayang na yung retake, no? Pero wala ang hirap magkakalayo sila. They don't have that much of the trade also. And Grosov weren't able to secure frags with his operator. But then, dalawa lang ang layo. Yan yung ina-expect nating scoreline talaga ng dalawang teams na to. But the pistol on the second half is important also.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Ray Ray. And again, for Grosov, it's very hard to do a retake in general with an operator. So you can't really fault him on that one. Pero kung makakabawi ang Virtus Arcus, sa tingin ko sa attacking side. Kasi alam naman natin gaano sila ka-aggressive. And alam natin kung gaano kato yung tutok nila Savvy, 8K, nila Grosov. I think they won't have an issue going for this early aggression. Love the plant over there onto the second floor. Nice set play coming in from Virtus Arcus. Tignan natin kung paano to ma-counterplay ng HAU. Very creative, no, Ray?
Mhm. You don't usually see teams planting on the top, pero okay. They're seeing already. Ang ganda. But
One
probably
enemy remaining.
it's just diffusing it all over again, but that post plant nga naman talaga. Alam naman natin yung magiging lineup doon, and that's it. Virtus Arcus will be winning the pistol round, and imagine you only have Grosov dealing with the spike. Then you have that wall also. You're just waiting for the retake of Valiant Esports. Ang ganda. You
Yeah.
don't usually see that play, but it's really effective.
Yeah, I mean, ito yung ano eh. Ito yung mga plays na inaasahan natin makita dito sa semifinals ng USC Season 3. And talagang ibang level na yung mga collegiate teams natin. That was indicative of some next level gameplay. We don't typically see that strategy, but it definitely worked well to secure that very important pistol round here in the second half for Virtus Arcus. And this is definitely going to be a 7-7 scoreline. I know this is an eco round for Valorant Esports and they can flip it, but it's very, very unlikely. They're just going to run and gun with those Spectres onto A site.
And tingnan natin, miracles do happen. Walang imposible. Pero nga lang, advantage din talaga kasi. Pero speak of the 80-80s, the jiggle is working. And 7-7 ang ating scoreline up ahead. But remember, a full buy of Valiant Esports is equals to a win. Equivalent to a win instead. And that's what we're gonna be watching. Pero ngayon, after that 7-5 lead, tayo na nga kagad dahil nga nanalo ng pistol and second round bonus para sa side ng Virtus Arcus. Pero ang mas importante syempre dito ay ang full buy ng Valiant Esports. Dahil ang Virtus, when you have that Spectres, kasi mapapapush ka into those close range eh hindi talaga siya effective at all sa long range when you're gonna go up against the ARs ng Valiant Esports. Pero sabi na nga, yun na nga, magpapaka-aggressive sila, but Prophecy gets 2k kagad as service together with Avi, but Yao will be able to trade off his teammate and open na kagad ang A site for them to plant the spike and go with the post plant.
Love the tenacity coming in from Grosov
Spike
right there.
planted.
Spike planted na para sa Virtus Arcus onto A site. They definitely opened up the space for his team. Now, seems like Willie has a pretty interesting smoke lineup right there. Now it's going to be KO and Groovy, as well as...
Oh! Not impossible for them to get this. Pero nga lang, it's going to be 1v1. Yao versus
Gonna
Otto.
play time. Unfortunate.
And he's out.
Pero wala nang time.
Wala na time.
Well played. From... Yeah, in the end, they were able to make that bonus round work. Yung Spectres talaga can be very deadly in close range, mid-range. They did the right decision going for the mid take, mid to A. If they went from mid to B, that would have been a completely different story because mas maraming long angles over there on the B side. Mid to A was the safest bet if you're on Spectres or on Icebox. So, all you guys watching, that's probably one of the best decisions you can make on a bonus round on Icebox attack. DLSU knows this, and they're keeping up the momentum here in the second half. And now HAU, Ray are going to be on Eco again. Let's see kung makaka-flip na naman sila.
If that is gonna happen, I'm so impressed sa HAU always with their eco rounds. Doon nila, yun yung pwede na lang i-capitalize against Virtus Arcus eh. Yun din yung pwedeng maging downfall ng Virtus Arcus pag nagagawa ng Holy Angel yun successfully. But you're on the attacking side and it's much harder to hold those angles eh. Kapag nasa attacking ka, ang hirap depending pala sila. So, pwede naman pala. It's a possible win naman pala kasi ganda yung mga sheriffs on the long range. But then, Virtus Arcus, they're much aware of how they will be setting up since they've been losing a lot of thrifties already against Valorant Esports. But they can just take their time. They don't need to to rush on those things, especially that they're losing sometimes nga on the big parts ng dapat nakapag-lead na sila. Pero ngayon, Valorant Esports, ano kaya yung magiging strategy nila ngayon? Kasi we have this pause, okay? So while on the pause, ano kaya yung magandang strategy na ipapahit ng Valorant Esports? Will they go with the stack A site
I
lang ba or what?
I wouldn't be surprised if they go B long or perhaps a mid take again in this eco round. My hero Vandal si Blast because you can still buy in the next round. Blast has yet to step up in this game, and he really needs to. He really needs to create the space for his team. He needs to frag out. If you're Reyna and you don't frag out, your utilities are basically worthless. You don't have utilities if you can't frag. So he really needs to step up in that regard. But maybe in the next buy round, things will change for Valiant Esports. And right now, for this eco round, at the very least, it's gonna be really tough to try and overpower anything because they're gonna be having sheriffs. So medyo long range in sa mid, medyo long range in sa B long. There's really not much they can do. Interestingly enough, though, if you stay atop rafters over there onto A site, you could actually get a one tap kung naka half armor yung kalaban. If you're on pipes, rather belt. Kung nasa belt ka, kaya mong patayin yung nasa rafter na isang one tap sa sheriff. So, so maybe that's a possibility they can do. Nagulat nga ako na nangyari yun sa akin. Kasi apparently, ganun kalayo sa icebox, pwede siyang ma-one tap.
Plus, sa tingin ko talaga, pag may sheriff ka dito sa icebox, kahit anong side, malaki pa rin yung advantage mo kahit paano. Plus, these players are not just, they're semi-professionals and some of them are professionals already, diba, sa mismong scene. So, it's not hard palang makipagkuha ng kills because of the aim duels. Pero still, while we're on the break right now as these teams, they just need to fix up something. And don't forget that this tournament is, of course, wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, ASUS Republic of Gamers, Logitech G, Riot Games, and of course, Twitch Student, our platform partner. Big shout outs to Twitch. And to those who are watching who hasn't applied yet here in the AcadArena Alliance, well, maybe this program is gonna be here for you because Alliance member clubs gets access to our exclusive tournaments like this, mentorship, event support, and of course the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. So learn to join our Alliance today at acadarena.com/alliance.
Yeah, if your school isn't part of AcadArena just yet and you want to join the fun, well, head on over to app.acadarena.com for more tournaments, promos, and scholarships for more information. And yeah, we're still in the tactical pause right here, but let me remind you guys that these teams are vying for glory, not only for the bragging rights, but also 150,000 pesos in cold, hard cash, courtesy of our awesome sponsors, and of course, Globe Telecom, ROG Republic of Gamers, and our official gaming gear partner, Logitech G. And again, sinabi ko to dati, Ray, nung unang appearance ko dito sa, I think kasama ko si Dax nun. Favorite headset ko talaga G Pro X. Promise. And sobrang daming pro player gumagamit G Pro X. Totoo yun.
Alam nyo, guys.
Maganda talaga siya.
Alam nyo, guys, si Vim, marami akong kilala, hindi lang si Vim, pero kapag G Pro X yung gamit mo, magiging immortal talaga yung rank niya. So, if you need a gaming headset, head on and buy your G Pro X kasi it doesn't just work on your PC, but it works for those who are mobile gamers, and it's really good sa mobile kasi ako, I myself am a mobile game caster also, kaya nakita ko kung gaano kaganda yung G Pro X in both on your PC and in your mobile, so make sure to buy this. But you know what, kung si Vim ay ang headset niya ay ang kanyang G Pro X, ako ang mouse ko ay G Pro X na wired, so
Yun.
talagang pagdating sa Logitech, baka naman. Pero yeah, aside from being affordable, it's aside from being affordable, ang ganda din talaga ng quality ng Logitech.
Very true. It is basically the professional standard right now. And for good reason. You just gotta experience it to believe it, guys. But heading back into the game here, 8-7 in favor of Virtus Arcus. If you just tune in, guys, this is match point for Virtus Arcus. Series point. If they win this, they sweep this 2-0 in this best of 3 series, and they're going to be moving to the grand finals. And Valiant Esports, if they win this, we're going to go to game number 3, which is going to be Haven. Isn't that right, Ray Ray? And
Yep.
this is Valiant Esports map pick ng Icebox. So if they can't win this, that really speaks volumes about what they need to work on. Virtus Arcus heavily favored to win this. Considered upset pa rin. Kahit manalo ang Holy Angel University over Virtus Arcus. Kahit na alam natin gaano kalakas yung Holy Angel University, even though they were undefeated coming into this, ang nakatalo sa kanila ng isang map, Virtus Arcus lang. During that previous game on Bind. And we went to overtime 12-14. So it is no joke how strong Valiant Esports is. But perhaps Virtus Arcus is just a few steps ahead of Valiant Esports as we head into the game. It's now going to be round number 16 right here.
Let's see if how they will be able to change the tides up ahead sa kanila. Pero kitang-kita mo, Prophecy will be using his Blade Storm, and that's what we're gonna be seeing. Kasi yan ang napaka-importante, pero nakapag-set up na kagad ang Virtus Arcus papuntang A site. All of them are just stacking, but the post-plant holds ng Virtus Arcus yung kailangan nilang panghawakan para hindi sila matrifty once again ng Valiant Esports. But Grossoff denied Kael together with Blast. Tatlo na lang kagad ang natitira sa side ng Valiant Esports, and we only have Prophecy, but Javi sees him, and a flawless execution of Virtus Arcus is here. Nasayang yung Blade Storm. Wala man lang na pick off ni isa. And how they need to wake up already. And this might be a game changer. Kasi Prophecy, he already has that operator. And once you have that operator on the defending side, napakalaking advantage ang meron ka.
Yeah, speaking of waking up, seems like Virtus Arcus may be in for a rude awakening here if they can't deal with Prophecy on that op. Pero yun nga yung sinasabi ko eh. Si Blast, si Kael, they need to step up. Blast especially, because he is on the radar. Again, if Arena ain't fragging, then there is no point. But like I said earlier, it was very highly likely that Virtus Arcus would be way more comfortable on the attacking side here on Icebox because of how the playstyle of Grossoff and Savvy AK works.
Let's see kapag yun na nga. But we still have a lot of technical pauses. But right now, if we're dealing with that, to those, alam mo ba, Viminal, na meron ng available na AcadArena scholarship? So it is already open to all, right now, to all our gamers out there, student gamers, by the way. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are in SHS or in college, you can apply for our scholarship grants. So make sure to visit acadarena.com/scholarships, and maybe kayo na ang magiging part ng ating scholars here in AcadArena. So yan.
I mean, baka naman. AcadArena. Baka pwede ako magpa-scholar. Baka pwede ako maging scholar.
Parang ibang scholar yan.
Hindi.
Di ba manager ka?
Hindi, iba yun.
Iba pala. Sorry.
Pero, imagine mo nga, Ray, diba? Kung naging college students tayo ulit. Ang saya siguro mag-participate dito sa AcadArena. I think it would be a dream come true for me. Dati nung high school ako, sinasabi ko, pwede ba ako mag-varsity ng Dota? Pero wala pang ganun dati, wala pang esports dati.
Pinagtatawanan lang tayo kasi nagka-cut tayo ng classes.
Uy, hindi yun totoo.
Ay, hindi ba totoo? Akala ko
Hindi ako nagka-cut ng klase. Very studious ako, Ray. Honor student, Dean's Lister, advanced graduation. Wala. Ako na talaga.
Ikaw na talaga, Vim. Pero sino kaya ang magiging dito na the best para sa Virtus Arcus sa Valiant Esports? Yan yung kabang-abang. Pero wala pa namang super committed ang Virtus Arcus papuntang B-site. Ang ganda kasi ng hold ngayon ng Viper together with Kael. Alam na nila yung default setup parate ng Virtus Arcus. So once they have that good amount of hold lang sa may B-site, this might go for the side of Valorant Esports, and that's what we're gonna be expecting. But ano nangyari?
Yun nga, feeling ko naghihintay lang sila makabalik si Willie. Kaya holding lang sila. So,
Pero
baka
may
naubos na
na-DC
yung
ba?
ano. Baka naubos na yung tech pause na timer.
Okay,
And there we go.
maybe.
Blast takes advantage of that. And then, of course, we have rules to follow, folks. And we have no choice. Rules is, we have to follow the rules, and fair is fair. So, hunt begins here, 4v5. Draws off in Savvy 8K. Managed to get a kill each. And despite this being a 4v5 initially in this round, baka kaya pa nilang panalunin, Ray.
Pwede, amount of Willy power lang yan. And it's going to be a 4v3. For Vice President
Very
yan, yung taga Viridius Arcus. Pero speaking of having his prophecy, 2v3 right now. He went up with the Empress already dahil nga underman sila. Kailangan na nga talaga yan dismiss na yan together with that kill.
Last player
And just
standing.
playing it out. And we only have Kyle with a 14 HP. Oh, nice shot though. But yeah, we'll be getting that last frag with that shock dart. And Viridius Arcus, despite being outmanned, 10-7 na nga.
Ano ba yan? It's just all smiles on their faces. Parang hindi sila kinakabahan at all. No sweat daw, sabi nila Savvy 8K. But at this scoreline, 10-7, yeah, they're gonna be pretty happy about that. And the question is Willie back?
I think he is. I think it's
Yeah, he's moving. Okay, we're
Yeah,
back.
okay.
We're back.
Willie is now happy. Sabi niya siguro nung pagbalik niya, oh, you actually won that round? Yeah. Great.
I think he was on the
impressive.
phone. I think I saw him on the phone.
Ah,
Had a phone
okay.
call.
Maybe emergency call.
Yeah. But now, matagal na sila hindi nag-A-side take. Let's see if they're gonna be successful here yet again. And Savvy 8K doing the parkour. Blast finally getting a kill to his name. It's still gonna be a 3v4. Meron silang resurrection. Kung ma-rest nila si Savvy, it might be possible for them to still take this round. Parang kita yata yung paa niya dyan.
Oh, kahit nakita, but Willie has that follow-up together with Javi. Pero naglabas na nga kagad ngayon ng Viper's Pit just to prevent them from getting it. But the right clicks works on. And HAU gets one. And it's going to be an 11-round score for Viridius Arcus this time around. And looks like how will Valiant get this? How will they get their form? Kasi they were exceptional sa kanilang attacking side. They were leading by 2. But seems like up until now on the second half, they haven't gotten a single round yet. And medyo pwede na nga nilang magamit ngayon yung kanilang mga ultimates. You have that Viper Spit, definitely a game changer para lang makapag-hold off ng side against Viridius Arcus. And let's see how will they play it out. And speaking of, as what we're expecting sa midi talaga, gagamitin mo yan. Pero identify na nila kagad kung nasaan eh. Speaking of, kumonekta nga yung recon bot, they just need to spray through that one. Pero unfortunately, wala ring mapipick off si Grossoff.
Napakaganda ng recon dart na yun eh. Kasi alam na nila yung information na andun sila sa dulo ng Viper Spit. And basically,
Poison's gone.
you can move through the Viper Spit with impunity right there. Grossoff just, taking the high ground. More than happy to do it. Kaya hindi ganun ka-effective mag-Viper Spit sa pilong. Savvy 8K goes for the quick entry on that 2K. And let me tell you, pag naghihirap talaga si Abby, mahirap na talaga. Prophecy and Blast though, they
One
do get
enemy
the kill
remaining.
each. Now, it's all gonna be down to Prophecy.
Ganda ng
Anong pwede
rotation
niyang
ng
gawin?
Viridius Arcus. Ang ganda ng rotation ng
galing.
Viridius
Oh, galing.
Arcus. Actually, it's pretty creative. It's the same. It's the same as what I've seen sa FIT versus MGS Spades. Ang ganda ng rotation nila kapag they just fake B and they go to A, tapos biglang nakakabawas pa sila along the way into seeing the members of MGS Spades earlier and now Valiant. Sobrang creative talaga ng ginagawa nila. Shows to us that they're really familiar also with Icebox. Although we haven't seen of Viridius Arcus playing in this map, but right now they're telling us that even if you guys don't usually see us here, we're playing it well. But we're already down with one left before we're gonna be seeing both of the universities on the green line. Pero Valiant Esports, syempre, hindi pa naman talaga nila to papatapusin. And speaking of, Blast will be popping off, gets ahead of Javi. Pero nga lang, identify na ngayon siya ng shock, ng Counter's Fury ni HAU. Hindi natin, it's going to be 4v4. Trades by trades.
Spike down
Here.
A.
Dalawa na lang kagad ang natitira sa Viridus Arcus.
Dun yung spike sa gitna ng A site. I think medyo too late na yung initiative ni Blas eh. Dapat kanina pa niya ginagawa yun. Pero 12-7 na yung scoreline. And, you know, they're gonna have a tough time mounting a comeback here to make it an overtime. But it still is possible.
ahead.
Yao goes for the recon, just clearing those angles. Still is a 2v3. Meron din res for Valorant Esports. Groovy takes Yao down. Draws off down to 30 HP. No chance. Just outgunned, outnumbered at that point. Res for Eco onto Blast. Valorant Esports lives to fight another round. They're not going to give up. So much at stake. Series point for Viridus Arcus right now. They only need one more round and they take this 2-0. This best of 3 series.
They'll be able to take this, or we're gonna be having the overtime once again in this map, and then we might be having third map in our tiebreaker. Pero nga lang, dapat pa naman Viridus Arcus can just take your time, but knowing how Valiant gets a good comeback, alam natin that they have those good holds. Pero Javi right now will be aggressive as we have that follow-up coming from Grosov. Will this be it? Let's see what they have on what it takes to be getting the heads of the guys. Pero they don't know that si Otto, hindi nila na-pick off. Pero kasi naka-judge din siya, so he won't be able to miss the heads. Pero speaking up ahead, nakakuha kasi siya ng information. They're not checking corners at all. Pero buhay na buhay pa naman si Grosov ngayon. And they still might get this chance up ahead against Valiant.
Yeah, one of them, Groovy, I do believe, is staying over there onto A site. And they're just waiting for Viridus Arcus to commit. Grosov takes a huge pick. Or they're onto that Sage. Bringing this into a 2v2 scenario. A very tense moment, Ray. Just anything can happen. Is it Valorant Esports hang on by a thread? Or is this series point for Viridus Arcus? We're gonna find out in just a few seconds. 2 HP.
And a dream. Will he be able to make it? Oh, he gets it! Yes! 1v1! An 11 HP to 2 HP! Who's gonna get who? Time is ticking! May recon bolt pa! Who's gonna get the possible impossible? Let's see! Oh!
Ace for Grosov! Oh my gosh. Ray, what an end to that match. Grosov with that beautiful ace, beautiful Valorant, mga kaibigan. It's just, I'm at a loss for words. How that happened. 2 HP, 1v2 clutch. Incredible.
There were a lot of highlights for that one. An ace plus a 2 HP 2v1, and he's the only guy remaining on that post plant. Plus, it's the match point.
Yeah.
And still, Viridus Arcus getting this series with a clean sweep, with a 2-0. Even if Javi right now, he got that MVP. But let's not forget, that round was really important, and Grosov made the impossible possible. Imagine on that clip itself, 2 HP. Tapos may leer pa. Medyo nasayang lang kasi na-spam niya through the smoke. Tapos naka 11 HP na rin kasi we have that Vandal advantage. But yet, the experience itself, I think, Viminal, this Viridus Arcus, they still have it. They have that upper hand when it comes to those clutches. They have that upper hand also when it comes to the individual plays. But let's give credits to Valiant Esports. Syempre, they have that good standoff. Pero nga lang nag-second half na, then tuloy-tuloy na sa Viridus Arcus, and they just can't seem to figure out what's up ahead. Nakita mo na yung successful take ng Viridus Arcus against them.
I feel like Holy Angel University, Valorant Esports, they kind of lost steam after losing that first overtime match. And coming into Icebox, it just wasn't the same form that we were expecting them to be. But coming into that Logitech Lodi of the game, of course, Savvy 8K, phenomenal performance that really paved the way for his team in that second half. But I got to give my props to Grosov. Incredible performance from both him and Savvy 8K. Of course, with that essential support from Willie, from Yao, and then of course a service as well with those clutch resurrections. It was definitely a concerted effort from Viridus Arcus, and we expected no less. We heavily favored DLSU to win this matchup, and I think we all got the predictions right.
Oo nga 'no, I got my predictions right sa first series and then the second series ngayon. But then, that itself will be telling that us that the Battle of the Greens, green, and that's gonna be FIT, color green and yellow, versus De La Salle, the green and white guys of Taft. So congratulations for both of these teams, and we're gonna be seeing them on our grand finals this coming weekend, of course, on October 3. Best of 5 series na nga tayo this time around. But then, I'm so excited dahil ang FEU, nakabawi sila even if 2-1 yun against MGS and De La Salle. It's quite unexpected kasi I'm expecting na merong Haven map dahil HAU is really good in Icebox. But they really impressed us on this series. So congratulations once again. And right now, I think before we sign off, I'm just going to say that this is gonna be my last cast here for this season. How about you, Vimina? Is this gonna be your last cast, or you still have the grand finals?
I think Dax will be taken on over with a very special guest over there for the grand finals. So I think this is gonna be it for you and me, Miss Ray. Pero I don't know. I had so much fun casting for the first time here at the UAC season 3. Again, it's always a pleasure to see the collegiate talent, the up and coming superstars, the future of the Valorant scene here in the Philippines. Some of them young professional players, some of them up and coming. And it's just such an honor. And I love the community. You guys are awesome. And you guys are cool. So it's a big change from from the
It's
whole very very serious professional scene. Everyone's like cutthroat and
plus it's
and
every
other things
time.
that I can't say.
Yeah, yeah, I think we both get it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But looking at this, I'm so happy that it came from season 1 to 2 and 3, and it evolved so much. A lot of us just came from this usual UAC and during season 1, but here in season 3, I've seen a lot of the efforts coming in from the our workers behind the scenes, how they make creative content, of course, how they have that bardugalan, how di ba? Sobrang funny. And plus the amount of support. Dati sobrang konti lang nagsusupport sa kanilang mga schools, but right now they're getting those recognitions slowly but surely. And of course, all in all, thank you. I would like to thank AcadArena for giving me and Viminal a chance to cast this semifinals. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
on behalf of Fusion, we'd also like to thank our buddy right there who casted with us earlier. But right now, guys, we would like to conclude this day's semifinals because next week on October 3rd, we're gonna be having the finals between Viridis Arcus versus FIT, and that's gonna be the explosive best of 5 series with Dax and a special guest casting with us on that date. But once again, this has been University Alliance Cup. We are your shoutcasters. I am Ray, and of course, join me here is Vivinal, and we are now signing off.